ॐ गणानां त्वा गणपतिगं हवामहे कविं कवीनामुपमश्रवस्तमं ज्येष्ठराजं ब्रह्मणां ब्रह्मणस्पता निःशृण्वन्नोति बिस्सीदसादनम्। ॐ श्रीमहागणपतये नमः। शारदा शारदाम्बुजा वदना वदनाम्बुजे सर्वदा सर्वदास्माकं सन्निधिं सन्निधिं प्रिया। सदा शिवसमारम्भाम् शंकराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्ताम् वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्। श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानाम् आलयं करुणालयम् नमामि भगवत्पाद शंकरं लोकशंकरं शंकरं शंकराचार्यं केशवं बादरायणं सूत्रभाष्यकृतौ वन्दे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः। व्यासं वसिष्ठनप्तारं शक्तेः पौत्रमकल्मषं पराशरात्मजं वन्दे शुकतातं तपोनिधिं। व्यासाय विष्णुरूपाय व्यासरूपाय विष्णवे नमो वै ब्रह्मनिधये वासिष्ठाय नमो नमः। चतुर्वदनो ब्रह्मा द्विबाहुरपरो हरिः अभाललोचनः शम्भुः भगवान् बादरायणः। ॐ सहना भवतु सहनो भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। Please repeat the sutras. Athato Brahma Jigyasa Janmadyasya Yataha Shastrayo Nitvan Tattu Samanvaya Ikshaterna Shabdam गौणश्चेन्नात्म शब्दात् तन्निष्ठस्य मोक्षोपदेशात् हेयत्व अवचनाच्च स्वाप्ययात् गति सामान्यात् श्रुतत्वाच्च आनंदमयः अभ्यासा विकार शब्दान्नेति चेन्न प्राचुर्यात् विकार शब्दात् न इति चेन्न प्राचुर्यात् तद्हेतु व्यपदेशाच्च तद्हेतु व्यपदेशाच्च on the A is missing here in the sutra. Let us chant some. See what the meaning was being seen. Page 139. सूत्राणि तो एवं व्याख्येयानि ब्रह्मपुच्छं प्रतिष्ठा इत्यत्र किमानन्दमयस्य अवयवत्वेन ब्रह्म विवक्ष्यते उत स्वप्रधानत्वेन इति पुच्छ शब्दात् अवयवत्वेन इति प्राप्तोच्यते आनंदमयः अभ्यासात् आनंदमय आत्मा इत्यत्र ब्रह्मपुच्छं प्रतिष्ठा इति स्वप्रधानमेव ब्रह्मोपदिश्यते अभ्यासात् असन्नेव स भवति इति अस्मिन् निगमनश्लोके ब्रह्मण एव केवलस्य अभ्यस्यमानत्वात् विकार शब्दात् न इति चेत् न प्राचुर्यात् विकार शब्देन अवयव शब्दोऽभिप्रेतः पुच्छम् इति अवयव शब्दात् न स्वप्रधानत्वं ब्रह्मण इति यद् उक्तं तस्य परिहारो वक्तव्यः अत्रोच्यते नायं दोषः प्राचुर्याद् अपि अवयवशब्दोपपत्तेः प्राचुर्यं प्रायापत्तिः अवयवप्राये वचनमित्यर्थः अन्नमयादीनां हि शिर आदिषु पुच्छान्तेषु अवयवेषु उक्तेषु आनन्दमयस्यापि शिर आदीनि अवयवान्तराणि उक्तत्व अवयप्रायापत्या ब्रह्मपुच्छं प्रतिष्ठा हित्याह न अवयव विवक्षया यत्कारणम् अभ्यासात् इति स्वप्रधानत्वं ब्रह्मणः समर्थितं तद्हेतु व्यपदेशाच्च सर्वस्य विकारजातस्य सानन्दमयस्य कारणत्वेन ब्रह्म व्यपदिश्यते इदगं सर्वम् असृजत यदिदं किंच इति न च कारणं सद्ब्रह्म स्वविकारस्य आनन्दमयस्य मुख्यया वृत्त्या अवयव उपपद्यते अपराणि अपि सूत्राणि यथा संभवं पुच्छवाक्य निर्दिष्टस्य एव ब्रह्मण उपपादकानि द्रष्टव्यानि See, we were seeing this portion from 12th to 19th Sutra, and this 12th to 19th Sutra is called Anandamaya Adhikaranam. So, what is the topic of discussion in this Anandamaya Adhikaran? The topic of discussion is that in the Taittiriya Upanishad Brahmanandvalli, the Anandamaya Kosh is Brahman, or only the Anand is Brahman. These questions come to those who go into lot of detail and lot of subtler analysis. And therefore, these Purvapaksha, little advanced Purvapaksha. Now, this one who has not read the Taittiriya, he will never know what is being talked about also. Supposing somebody starts, so he says, what is it? So, as I said many times, the Brahma Sutra enhances your not only understanding of the Shruti Vakya, but the respect also for the Shruti Vakya. How much important that is. Let me go back again. So you saw yesterday which Sutra we saw? Vikar Shabdachana. Yehi hai na Sutra. Vikar. Here there is Sutra. Vikar Shabdat na iti. Chet na prachuryat. This was the sutra. And we were seeing the word meaning of that. So we had seen that this sutra has two parts. One is the Purvapaksh part and one is the Siddhanti part. And we had seen what is the meaning of the Vikar Shabdat. So Purvapaksh said that this Vikar Shabdat na. That means what? That because of the Vikar Shabd, this Brahman is na swatantram. You have to put these words to get the meaning of the sutra. Vikar Shabdat. Vikar means what? Avayava Shabdat. It is a part. Puchham Shabdat. It is not Swatantram. So, here Bhagwan Vedavyasa, what he said here? He said, no doubt the word Puchham has been used, but it is not in the literal meaning. It is Adhararthe Lakshana. It is the meaning of support and not in the meaning of Avayava. So Adhishthan is the meaning and not the Avayava. Then the question was raised, why Upanishad has to say like that? Then you heard that in other koshas we had used the word Puchham for Upasanartham. So Puchha Pravahitatvat Upasanartham. Number 2 meaning was the Upanishad has to introduce the Brahman through some conditioning. So it was an opportunity to introduce Brahman. These two things we had seen yesterday in our discussions. To develop interest in Brahma Sutra. It is not that simple and not that straight. And then we were seeing the word meaning. I think we had seen the word meaning. So Vikar means Avayava. I will just show you the Bhashya so that you don't miss the link from the Bhashya. Page 140. See the 4th line. Vikar Shabdat na iti chetna prachuryat. Vikar Shabdena Avayava Shabda apipreta. Underline that. So what we are talking is not some independent. No doubt there are certain sub-commentaries I am referring to like Ratna Prabha etc. I am not telling everything, but everything has a reference. So Vikar, now what you have read today, some meaning would have reflected while reading itself. So Vikar Shabdena Avayava Shabda iti pretaha. So this is the Vikar Shabda. So we had seen the meaning here. So Vikar Shabdat Anandmayam Brahmastam na Swatantram. This was the Urupaksh. Na Swatantram. Iti chet. If this was said, then Siddhanti said Brahma na, and there after na Paratantram will be. And what cause he gave? Prachuryat. Prachuryat means predominance. In the earlier koshas, we were using the word Brahman, Puchham continuously. Therefore, to maintain that tradition, predominance, we have used the word Puchham as a tradition. So Puchham does means Adhar. This is the point here. See here, let me go to the Bhash again. Puchham iti avayava shabdat na swapradhanatvam brahma. This is Purupaksh. Iti yatuktam. Tasya pariharo vaktavya. So this is the first part. So first part is saying that is na swapradhanam. Pradhanam here doesn't mean prakriti pradhanam. Pradhanam means here main. So atruchyate nayam dosha. The second part. Prachuryat. Prachuryat api avaya shabda upapatte. So prachuryat means here what has been used more frequently in abundance. Prachuryat avaya shabda upapatte. Prachuryam prayapatti. Avayava praye pachanamityartha. So it was mentioned here. The same thing has been mentioned here. So, see the word here. Annmayadinam eshiradishu puchhanteshu avayaveshu ukteshu anandmayasyapi shiradini avayava antarani uktatva avayava prayapatya. So as is going on, Brahma Puchham Pratishtha Ityaha na avayava vivakshaya. See, न अवयव विवक्षा. Vivaksha means meaning. Vaktum ichha. Iti vivaksha. San pratyayastha. So it is not in the meaning of avayava, but it is the meaning of pratishtha. He uses the word pratishtha. Ityaha. Okay. I hope this is clear. Just let me take you to the fourth line of the Tika. In the Tika, you say Vikriyate anen iti, fourth line. Vikaraha avayavaha. Just keep on understanding this. In your own room, you can keep on reading something and develop more love for the subject. Prayapatti iti. Now what he says, what is prayapatti? Avayava kramasya buddho prapti ityartha. Avayava kramas means in the sequence what avaya word has been used, head, tail, left, right. This has been established in the intellect. This is prayapatti. Atrahi. Atra means Anandamaya Kosha. Prakritasya. Prakritasya means referential. What has been different. Brahmanaha Jnanartham Kosha. This Kosh is for the knowledge of the Brahman. This is what I was saying, that he has to refer to Brahman. Brahmana, this Kosh, Anandamaya Kosh, is intended to indicate the knowing knowledge of the Brahman. Atrahi prakritasya brahmana jnanartham koshaha pakshi tattvena kalpyante. So the kalpana is of the pakshi, that it is right wing, left wing, etc. Na atra tatparyam asti. Tatparyam means it is not the literal meaning, is not the meaning here. Literal meaning is not that Brahman is the one part of that. So I hope. So tatra anandamayasyapi avayava antaras ukta anantaram kasmischit pucche vaktavyam prakritam brahma puchpaden uktam. Okay, this much is sufficient, I think. Just I am giving you that this portion Bhashyakar is telling as per the, remember the three stages were there. One he commented on the Purupaksh as if he is supporting. Then second was refuting by 6 reasons why Anandamaya is different than the Anand. And third is propounding of the Advait through the sutras. Initially you must have felt that 6 sutras or 8 sutras are as if only talking about the Purupaksh. Now one more sub-commentator has mentioned one point. I will tell that. A small point. Just a small point. He asked the Purupaksh, tell me one thing. When you use the word Pucham, Pucham word or the tail word, do you take as a limb? Even in the word, when you use the word Pucham, is it Vachyarth or Lakshyarth? What does the word tail mean? Tail does not mean a limb. Tail is not a limb. It means tail alone. Only what is tail? Tail is a particular part hanging down. You don't take it as a limb. Only supposing I say the tail and the limb are synonymous. So since tail does not mean the limb, so it would be the indirect meaning. It will be not Vachyarth but Lakshyarth. Tail word is not taken as a limb here. So when you use the word tail, it is a Lakshyarth and not the Vachyarth. Okay. And between the Vachyarth and Lakshyarth, Vachyarth is more powerful. Vachyarth is more powerful. like he hit directly or he hit indirectly. So when anybody hits directly, it is more powerful than hitting indirectly. So if Purpaksh is taking the Vachyarth and we are taking Lakshyarth, so Purpaksh is stronger. But Purpaksh is also taking the Lakshyarth here only and not the Vachyarth. He is not taking the word tail as a limb. Understand this point. Like a hand, leg. They are the limbs. Limb means what? Limbs mean which supports something, which does for something. For the whole, that which does the work for the whole, that is the called limb. But the tail word is not used as a limb. It is a part hanging like that. And therefore, you are also using Lakshyarth. I am also using Lakshyarth. But my Lakshyarth is better than your Lakshyarth. Why? Because I am using the word in the Prachurya Artha and not in the literal meaning. So, Puchha Pravaha Patetatvat Puchha Shabda Prachuryat. Because of the continuity of the word Puchham, we are using the word Puchham here. So, I hope this was just a passing thing. If you don't understand, don't worry about that. Okay, now I will go to the next sutra, which I have already read. Tad hetutva vyapadeshacha. So if you have not read or heard, and if you hear any sutra of Brahma Sutra, you'll say, what is this? It will appear as so mystic thing. But now that you have heard, so you will not feel it very foreign thing. Tad hetutva vyapadeshacha. So which is this sutra? 14th. 13th or 14th? 14th. 1.1.14. Then you write 1.1.14. Tad hetutva vyapadeshacha. So don't forget. Now let us go to the general analysis of this sutra. Now please note, all are reasons to establish that Brahma is Swatantra. Don't forget the main thing. All are the reasons. When I say this sutra, in this prakar, so there are 8 causes to say that Brahman is Swatantram actually. So why the Brahman is Swatantram? Now it is said here because Brahman has been mentioned or introduced at the end of the Anandamaya Kosh. Acha? Haan. So when we look at that portion, if you open that book, it is dealing with Brahman and not the Anandamaya Kosh. How is it? How is it like that? See, if you know the Brahmanan Valli, so first the Brahma was introduced. Satyam Jnanam Anantam Brahma. Then from Brahma came Srishti. Tasmad Vai Tasmad Atmana Akasha Sambhota. Then the Panch Koshas were introduced. Panch Koshas. And then the Brahman was reintroduced as the Puchham of the Anandamaya Kosh. And then Srishti is again introduced by the word So Kamayat. Please see the sequence. What sequence? I don't know what sequence is. I don't follow. I don't remember also that we had read that 3. So first was Brahma was introduced. Satyam Jnanam Anantam Brahma Yo Vednitam Guhayam Parame Vyoman Soshnuti Sarvan Kam etc. And then Srishti came from Brahman. Asmadvay tasmadatmana akasha sambhuta akashat vayo ityadi. And then it was said, after telling that, Adbhya prithvi prativya oshadaya oshadayannam annat purushaha sava esha purusha vidaiva. So tasya idam eva shiraha ayam dakshina pakshaha ayam uttara pakshaha ayam atma idam putyam pratishtha tadapesha shloko bhavati. Now to take to Brahman, Upanishad uses the, again, what? 5 questions. Starting from the grossest, called the Annamaya Kosh. Okay. Now going through the koshas, it reached up to the Anandamaya Kosh. From the grossest, it went to the subtlest kosh called Anandamaya Kosh. And the base of the Anandamaya Kosh was the Brahman. So again Brahman came. The same Brahman which was introduced earlier as the cause of the creation. Now Upanishad came back to the same Brahman through the Arundhati Nyaya, going from grossest to the subtlest. Yes, I hope this is. Just remember. Then what happened? Then from this Brahman, again Srishti came. So Kamayat. Idagam sarvamasrijat. Okay. So one, Brahman, Srishti, Panchakosh, Brahman, Srishti. You can indicate through arrows. So from Brahman, Srishti. After that, again make one arrow. Then 5 koshas. Then from last kosha, again make an arrow, Brahman. Then again make an arrow, Srishti. This is how the Upanishad is going through, what pattern the Upanishad has taken. Always remember, when you are talking about the text and when you complete the text, please revise the text how it traveled. So first Sangati is between 2 shlokas. That first shlok, second shlok, this is the cause, the second shlok. And after you had completed, please see how it had moved. Then the knowledge will be firm and complete. Now what is said here? So Kamayata. Please open your Taittiriya Upanishad. Are you seeing So Kamayata? You saw that? Which? 6th. Which line may be different? Or I don't know which line is there in mind. There is a 5th, 6th line. Sauho vidvanam lokam pretya kaschit samushnuta u so kamayata. Now the question started here. That this so kamayata, sir, refers to Anandamaya or the Brahman. Bole the Puru Paksh ki baat. Only this refers to Anandamaya. Only why you are talking like that? Only but the topic was Anandamaya was going on. Only if this refers to Anandamaya, then what will happen? Anandamaya will become the cause of the world. Let it become cause of the world. But Anandamaya is a limited entity. Well, how do you know? Because Priya, Mod and Pramod are the 3 parts. So yat sa avayavatvam tat karyatvam. Anything limited cannot be the one from which the whole world will come up. Sa avayava, anything which part, cannot be the cause of the world. Why? Because that part itself is a part of the world. Anything which is vikari itself is a part of the world. That itself is dying thing. The cause should be undying. Because the Anandamaya, yes, you're getting my point. Because the Anandamaya is mentioned as having 3 parts, Priya, Mod and Pramod. And therefore Anandmaya is having a shape or a part. Anything with part will be always with modification. And therefore it is an effect. So sa yat 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 sa avayavatvam tatra tatra karyatvam. And yatra yatra karyatvam tatra tatra na karanatvam. It is not the main cause. I hope this must be clear. So don't say that sa word. So Anandamaya karyam sa avayatvat ghatavat. This is the point. And now, if Anandamaya is the karyam, then that means it is dependent or independent. Well, it is dependent. Anything which is the karan, you got the point how it goes. Sa word, the discussion is on the sa word now. Sa word is referring to Anandamaya or sa word is referring to Brahman. Purvapaksh said that sa word refers to Anand. And because sa is the cause of the world, if it refers to Anandamaya, then it should not have vikar in it. It should not be in effect by itself. Now, because this sa word, because the Anandamaya has three parts, therefore it is an effect. And therefore it cannot be the cause. And therefore that Brahman is independent. Karanatvat. And therefore sa should refer to Brahman. And Brahman is support of Anandamaya and not anything else. This is still a sutra has to come. Wait, we are trying to make a background. So pratishtha. Therefore, pratishtha word has been used to indicate it is not a tail, but it is a support. And therefore, Brahman is the hetu of the whole world. Sa word is for the Brahman. Dekho. Now what will happen after Brahma Sutra when a person studies Upanishad? Again, he becomes very subtle in going through each word. Like after giving a talk, you have to study the same chapter. Supposing you give a talk, when you hear the discourse from me, that is one thing. But after hearing, you have to talk on that subject. So you again go through the whole chapter. And when you go through the chapter, you see each word or you see Anvay. So your study is very different after that. Because you have gone through threadbare analysis of the whole chapter. And supposing again you have to hear on the same chapter on which you have given talk. Supposing I take that chapter. So all your antennas will be totally on after that. It will not be first time hearing. And I will be not taking some time, whole Bhagavad Gita again. With the background of Bhashya, not taking Bhashya each word, I want to complete it. One complete Bhagavad Gita, first chapter, each slok, like I take in Reservoir Hills. Upanishad like I take. I am not taking Bhashya word by word, but this is what the whole mantra says. So ordinary person who doesn't know lot of Sanskrit and lot of things, he also can grasp what is the meaning here in the whole Bhashya. And the synopsis also. Okay. And one later on, each day one chapter. So we will complete all chapters. Maybe in 1 month or all. So after completing all chapters, in 1 month we'll complete all chapters. So later on, we are just thinking like that. So you will have a total grip what Gita says, how the 3rd chapter has traveled, how 2nd chapter has traveled, how 4th chapter has traveled. Then you will be in love with the subject. So after this Brahma Sutra study, well, you think we'll complete it? Arey bhai, why you are worrying? Just continue. After this study, when you study Upanishads, you will be very, very careful about each word. So this also will tell you how to study the Upanishad. Oh, I did not know that. So let us now complete this sutra, then we will go. So what is the Anuman Vakya? Brahma Swatantram. Brahma Swatantram. How? Tasya Brahmana Jagat Hetutva Vyapadeshat. Because see the word here. Tad Hetu Vyapadeshat cha. So what is the sutra here? Tad Hetu. I am not going to the word meaning. We'll wait. I am giving the Anumana. Tad Tasya Brahmana Swatantram. So Nyaya Vak is that Brahman is Swatantra and not Partantra. Tasya Brahmana Swatantram. Tasya Brahmana Swat. Tasya Brahmana Jagat Hetutva Vyapadeshat. Vyapadeshat means elaboration. Given the elaboration of that. Okay. So Brahma Swatantram Jagad Hetu Vyapadeshat. Atmavat. Like the Atma. Vyatirek example is Ghatvat. Ghat is not Swatantra. Now, these Purva Pakshas, don't think they are very easy. He said, I have a grammatical problem. And therefore you have to know some Sanskrit. He said, what is your grammatical problem? Only tell me. The Brahman is presented as Jagat Karanam in Taittiriya. Yes. Where? By so kamayata. Bahusyam praja yayeti. Let me create lot of praja. Sa tapo tapyata. Sa tapas taptva. Idagam sarvama srijata. Yadidam kincha. So the world has come from, starting point was so kamayata. Well, yes. Is it sa refers to what? The Purva Pakshas, saha refers to what? Bole bhai, saha refers to Brahman, I told you. Because that is what is mentioned as the Pucham. Saha refers to Brahman. Are you following that? Very simple point. Purva Pakshas, sorry, I can't accept it. Why you can't accept that? Because Brahman is Napunsakling. Brahman is Nakara and Napunsakling. Brahma Brahmani Brahmani, Brahma Brahmani Brahmani. And Sa is Pulling. When you are using a pronoun, that it should be referring with the gender of the noun. Gender and the number of the noun. You can't say Ram went to forest and then you say next line, she was living for 14 years. When you are referring to a noun, the gender and the number of the noun should be the same. Swamiji went to class. Then you can't say they were taking class. When you said one Swamiji, you cannot make many numbers there. So gender and number of the noun should be same as the gender and number of the pronoun. Okay. When the Brahman word was used there in the top, which is a neuter gender, then Sa has been used. So it should be said Tat Kamayata. So actually speaking grammatically, to make it grammatically correct, Tat is a neuter gender. Neuter. So you tatte tani. So if you had instead of Saha, they should have used Tat and not Saha. Oh, you think also? Yes, I also think. Do you think only you can sing? I don't know. Sure. So what is your suggestion? See, my suggestion is Anandmaya is a masculine. And because Anandamaya is masculine, and therefore Sa should refer to Anandamaya and not to Brahman. Oh, this is your strategy. Yes, this is not my strategy. This is a common sense. Common sense is there. Acha? By one thing you please tell me. Answer has been given. Discussion is going on. Learn to have developed the habit of understanding Purupaksh. And don't be afraid of that. I have seen students in Veda, moment Purupaksh comes, they get afraid. Because lot of Purupaksh comes and their capacity is not there. So the answer has been given to the Purupaksh. Got the Purupaksh, no? He said, tell me one thing. What? I think here the pronoun I, Saha, not I, can refer to Anandamaya. Can it refer to Anandamaya? Well, yes, I am telling to Anandamaya. Well, but I feel, answer is, it refers to Brahman. Well, why you feel like that? Because Brahman is coming later on. In the mantra, last word is Brahmapucham Pratishta. So if I say pronoun is to be added to the last noun and not to the earlier noun. Supposing I say Sita was kidnapped by Ravan. Full stop. Then I say, seeing this, Ram cried. Full stop. Then I say, I cannot say, and after that if I say, he was consoled by Lakshmana. So he will not refer to Sita, he will refer to the immediate now. Got my point? Or I say, Ramesh went to the market. Full stop. Suresh stayed in the house. Third sentence. Umesh is sick. Full stop. Then I say, he was resting. So he will refer to the last person and not to Ramesh and Suresh, but to Umesh only. I told you Brahma Sutra requires little intellect. Because it is Nyaya Pradhan Granth. Acha? And therefore, you see the paragraph, 5th paragraph. Last is coming Brahmapucham Pratishta. And Anandamaya Atma is coming much earlier. In 4 lines before Anandamaya is coming. Anyantara Atma Anandamaya Tenaisha Purna Savaesha Purushvitaya. Oh. So after introducing Anandamaya, there are several sentences, I think around 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. After 8 sentences, Brahma is coming. And therefore, this should refer to the next pronoun is Sa. Therefore, it should refer to the Brahman and not to the Anandamaya. Acha, the Purupaksh came, he said, okay. Supposing I agree, what? Supposing I agree. Follow the chain of argument, what is going on. Now tell me, what you have the common sense where the gender agreement is not there. Even if I agree it is Brahman, where is the gender agreement? The gender of the noun and pronoun should be one. This is the Purupaksh. He said, okay. No, Bole, I also agree with you. Bole, but you agree, then why don't you say Anand? No, wait, let me complete. No doubt gender does not agree here. But still Sa refers to Brahman. Why? Can I ask you why the Sa refers to the Brahman? Because it's an important point. Upanishad does not make a difference between Brahman and Atma. Upanishad does not want to make a difference between Brahman and Atma is in masculine gender. Only how do you say that? Because in Brahmanandi, in the beginning only, when it was said Brahma vidapnoti brahmta desha yukta satyam jnanam anantam brahma yo ved netam guhayam parme vyuman soshnute sarvan kaman sa brahmana vipashtiteti. Please see, tasmad va etasmad atmana. So there tasmad refers to the Brahman and tat is for distant and etat is for close. So it is trying to make the tasmad va etasmad atmana. That Brahman is this Atma. Significant point. He is saying here that Brahman is this Atma because in the Upanishad the word Sa has been used for Brahman to tell about its oneness with the Atma because Atma is masculine gender. This is the argument given, which is a solid argument. I hope you are. And later on, Anandatma word has been used in the Anandmay Kush. Anandatma. And Brahmaputcham Pratishtha. So see the word here. Anandatma and after that Brahmaputcham Pratishtha. So there also oneness has been shown. Don't forget this point. There Anandatma has been mentioned and Brahmaputcham Pratishtha has been mentioned, and therefore the word Sa refers to that Brahman which is one with the Atma. And therefore discrimination between Tat and Sah has not been made by the Upanishad. Well, anywhere you can tell that it is mentioned that Anand is Brahman. Yes, in Bhrigu it comes. Anand Brahmeti Vejanat. In the Bhrigu next Valli, Anand Brahmeti Vejanat, it has been mentioned here. So how will you say that? The Sa, so Kameta, how will you put it into words? Sah Brahma Abhinna Atma Kameta. Please repeat it. Please understand that. Sah Brahma Abhinna Atma Akamyata. You can write it. Sah Akamyata is equal to Sah Brahma Abhinna Atma Akamyata. That Atma which was one with Brahman, this has desired. This will solve the grammar problem. They have no other work. They think like this only. Yes, they have no other work. They revel into it and they dwell into it. They have no other engagement. Okay. Adhyana Adhyapan was the work. If they had work, they would never have this kind of concentrated effort. Is it clear? Sah is equal to Brahma Bhinnatma Akamyat. So this will solve your gender problem also. Okay. So what do you mean by that? I mean ultimately Brahma Swatantrameva na Partantram. Brahma is independent. But what happened to the Sutra? The Sutra only I am describing. Sutra only tad hetu vyapadeshat. But I am not clear about the Sutra, how the word meaning will be there and all these things. Okay, let us go to the word meaning now. Tad hetu vyapadeshat. You're feeling difficult or sit? You want to sit? Okay. Chalo, Vyas will be there for sitting. So now come to the word meaning. Word analysis. Tad, three words. One word is two words, sorry. Tad hetu vyapadeshat is one word and cha is another word. Tad hetu is not two word. Tad hetu vyapadeshat is a compound word. And cha is another word. Tad hetu vyapadeshat is one word. Don't make, when I was reading, I used to make break tad and this, and that created a problem. So tad hetu vyapadeshat is one word and cha is another word. Okay. Acha. Now tad hetu vyapadeshat is a hetu now. Then what is the pratigya? Then what is the sadhyam? Sadhyam is, can you guess? Sadhyam is Puchham Brahma Swatantram. Sadhyam is pratigya. Puchham Brahma is independent. This is the promise. And causes tad hetu vyapadesha. Because it is presented as cause of world. And cause should be independent. Effect is always dependent. So before this you write Brahma Puchham Sutantram in a bracket and indicate this is pratigya or sadhya. And this Panchami Vibhakti, what is mentioned as Tad Hetu Vyapadeshat, is the cause. Cha I have yet to take. Cha will be taken later on. Okay. Okay. So again I am repeating. So pratigya or sadhyam is Brahma Swatantram, Brahma Puchham Swatantram. And what is the hetu? Tad hetu vyapadeshat. Well, can you open this word? Tad hetu vyapadeshat. It's a compound word. Yes. So tad means which vibhakti is tad? Tasya Brahmana. Tad is standing for Brahmana. And hetu means Jagat Karanatva. Brahmana Jagat Karanatva Vyapadeshat means Nirdeshat. फिर से समझे. And you know, in the compound, you put the Pratipadikos always. It's Rameshwara. Rameshwara. Which samas is this? Rameshwara. Which samas? This is Tatpurush. Ram Ishwara, that is also there. Ram Ishwaro Yasya. Two meanings are there of Rameshwara. Tatpurush is also there, Bahuprist. But mainly we take Tatpurush. Ramasya Ishwara is Tatpurush. Shashti Tatpurush. So Ramasya Ishwara is Shiva. And Ramha Ishwaro Yasya. Whose Ishwar is Ram. So different meanings are there. Ramasya Ishwara is common meaning. Ram Ishwara Yasya. Whose Ishwar is Ram. So both are indicating to Shiva, but both have different meanings are there. Please note, but what I want to say, when you don't say Ramasya Ishwara, when you put samas, you always put a pratipadik and not the vibhakti. You don't put along with the vibhakti. Okay. So when it is said tad hetu, So here tad is for tasya and tasya is for brahmana and hetu is jagat karanatva. Vyapadeshat means indicated. So how will you say in English? Of that Brahman, cause of the world has been indicated. Of that Brahman, the cause of the world has been indicated. Tasya jagat karanatva vyapadeshat. Indicated where? Where? This Petri, so kamyat. I hope this is clear. Well, why you indicate? Arey bhai, I told you Brahman Sutantram. It is not a part of that. Okay. Clear? Not clear? Sanskrit you have to know. You cannot run away from Sanskrit. Well, I want to run away. No, you cannot run away. More you run, more it will chase you. So just better to face it. Every day read something. 15 minutes even if you read. Then you will not find there's nothing difficult in this. Like the gender thing came up. So simple to understand. Now tasya came up. Sadhaute tam tautan tabhyam tehi tasmat tabhyam tebhyat taspe tabhyam tebhyah tasya tayoho tesham tasmin tayoho teshu. Always if you are struggling, that means you have not by hearted. Don't say sadhaute tam taute. No, sorry. Tam tautan ta te ta tas tan ma. You have to put, actually it is not by hearted. So every day you read, it will be by hearted. You have to really by hearted. Now, is it clear now? So tad hetu vyapadeshat. So now moment you say tad hetu, immediately in your mind you should get tasya hetu means karanatva. Brahma karanatva, vyapadeshat means so kamyat, which has been mentioned. Upadeshat. Okay. Now comes cha. Hare, still cha is there. Hare, chodo is cha ko. No, you cannot leave. You cannot chodo it. You have to go. You have to go through it. No, one more cha had come, one more place. Such a big bhashya was there on that cha only. So you cannot leave anything. That is why he should have written only cha. Only why add cha here? So Purupaksh says, now Purupaksh comes. He said Brahman has to be paratantram because it has been presented as tail. So it was said, why are you holding to the word tail? Tell me. But it is written that Tasya Pucham Pratishtha. What can I say? The tail was mentioned in the Anandamaya Kosha. But still you are not convinced. I take time. I'm a slow person. I told you, I eat fast only. But in understanding, is very slow. I'm a slow learner. Now see, very good argument has been given. And this is where you have to have a knowledge of the Tattri. Please keep the books open. Unless you by heart. In Vigyanmaya Kosh, the Puch, what was the Puch? Please see. Mahapucham Pratishtha. Are you seeing that? Yesterday I said Maha was Hiranyagarbha. Now. Well, yes. And Hiranyagarbha. Now tell me, Vigyanmaya is smaller or Hiranyagarbha? Vigyanmaya is smaller or Hiranyagarbha? Vigyanmaya. Vigyanmaya is Vyashti, Hiranyamaya is Samashti. How can this Samashti be the tail of Vyashti. It is saying like that, the South Africa is the tail of Durban. Durban is a part of South Africa. You cannot say that Samashti is a part of Vyashti. If you take the literal meaning of the Pucham, then it won't make a sense in that particular portion. In the Vigyan mein Atma, when it has been mentioned. Okay. And therefore there, the Pucham word means Adhar, support, and not the limb called tail. Otherwise it will become illogical. Okay. So see the context also. Now let us go one by one. In the Annamaya, please see Annamaya Kosh. It is written here, Ayam Atma Brahma Idam Pucham Pratishtha. So here we can say that Pucham is the meaning of Avayavam. Let us go to the Pranamaya, second. Please see second one. Tasya Pranev Shiraha Vyano Dakshina Pakshana Apano Uttaradak Paksha Akashatha Prithvi Pucham Pratishtha. Here it is Adhar or Avayava. Here, you got that? Second mantra. Here will you think Adhar or Avyava? Bolo bhai. No? Not understanding. In this portion, the Prithvi word cannot be taken as a part. It will be taken as Adhar. Pucham part you cannot take. Meaning here. Go to the next verse. Manu mein. Please see Manu mein. Adesh Atma Atharvangyasa Pucham Pratishtha. Here I can take it as a Avayava and not the Adhar. But in Vigyan mein, you have to take the Adhar and not the Avayava. So Annamay you take Avayava, Pranamay you take Adhar, Manomay you take Avayava, Vigyanmay you take Adhar. And depending on this analysis, in Anandamay you have to take Adhar and not the Avayava. Okay. So the word, the Pucham, you have to say what reference is there. And depending on the reference, you have to take the word of Adhar and not Avaya. And this is indicated by Chakar. Oh my God. So long analysis is there. I never thought all these things also exist. We are not giving any special interpretation. When there it was said Adhar, you never questioned. In Pranamaya Kosh Adhar, Prithvi Pucham Pratishtha. And when Vigyanmaya I said Mahapucham Pratishtha, you were quiet. There you accepted Adhar and not Avayava. Because if you there accept the Avayava word in the Vigyanmaya, you cannot say Hiranyagarbh, which is the Avayava of the individual Vigyanmaya Kosh. Because Vigyanmaya is very small individual in it. And Hiranyagarbha is very big. Yes, now I said. The Durban cannot be having the South Africa as a tail. So don't take the literal meaning. When Vachyarth is absurd, you have to go to the Lakshar. And therefore, this sutra, I hope, is more clearer now. Tad hetu vyapadesha cha. Okay. I'm repeating it. Tad hetu vyapadesha is one word. Now we will see more. Tomorrow we will be tired. Next word, next sutra, 15. This was 14th sutra. This was 14th sutra. Just one small point. This page 140 you open. Last line. Last but one line, second last line. Yat karanam abhyasaditi swapradanatvam brahmana samarpitam. So by giving the cause, the Brahman is mentioned as the Swatantra. See, tad hetu vipadeshacha sarvasya vikara jatasya sanandmayasya karanatvena. So vikar includes anandamaya is also the vikar. Karanatvena Brahma vipadeshyati idagam sarvam asrijat. So this Brahma created all. Yadidam kincha. न च कारणम सद ब्रह्म स्विकारस्य आनंदमयस्य मुख्या वृत्त्या अवयव उपपद्यते. So it is said here, this Anandmaya, which itself is a karya because it is having modification, of that Brahman cannot be the part which is the cause. The cause cannot be a small part of the effect. This is the point here. Keep in mind, we'll see tomorrow. Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavasishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Shri Gurubhyo Namah. Hari Om.